Продолжаем чудесную игру под названием «Вампир». Я так полагаю, после каждого раза как поспишь, надо все заново собирать. Везде появляются всякие штуки. Правда, что-то я забыл, на чем я закончил. Ну ладно. Так полагаю, вот от переутомления будет много народа. Мне пока хорош, наверное. Так. Сейчас определюсь с телефошкой. Так. А, вот через окошко я могу смотреть. О, это случайно со стороны этого морга. Вон морг. Ну там заперто. Так, а разве вот там вот не кабинет? А, нет, кабинет чувака здесь точно. Мне вроде от него ничего не надо, да?
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
Ну, там что-то светится, нет? Так, а кто у меня там с переутомлением был? Вот этот вот чувак точно. Ну, пока все. А где вот он вообще?
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Oh, the pain. There
So
again.
many deaths. And what of my own life?
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Have you heard rumors of underhand dealings in the hospital?
If you want
Ну-ка,
to know what's
что ты об этом
going on
знаешь?
here, you better talk to Miss Jones. She knows everything. Especially what she shouldn't.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans. And it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Nah.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Вот так-то. Профурсетка.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Останься на месте. Не буду тебя хавать.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Fear and disgust on every street corner.
Хотя вообще вот если, допустим, если его захавать, он связан, по идее, вот так вот. Он связан же с этой. С больной тетей. Так, хотя вот у нее 2000. А это вот 850. А, вот только его нет уровень второй. И это я не могу забрать пока что.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. I feel better already. Can I go soon?
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Блин, где этот клей? А тут что-то тетя какая-то?
I cannot
Не
enter.
заперта.
Daily routine.
Так.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Have you heard about any blackmail going on in this hospital?
Blackmail? Nonsense.
Tell me, Waverley, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
Ну, ладно. Это я с ним уже говорил.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
What a blundering idiot.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Have you heard talk of any blackmail here at the hospital?
Ну-ка,
No, nothing.
тебя это не заставит платить, нет?
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional art.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Sweet girl. Reads me like a book.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Have you heard any talk of blackmail going on in the hospital?
If you're running some official inquiry, you had better question the patients. They know more than the staff, especially old Miss Jones.
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your blood transfusion technique is the only way to save Mr. Fiddick. I'm convinced we must use it.
What Dr. Ackroyd really said is that you lack the skill to perform this operation efficiently. Is there anything you have to say about this?
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target here.
Да ладно, чё.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father. Ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Да, вот обо всем я уже с ним говорил. Так. Ты знаешь, что знает про шантаж? Это, походу, та тетя, да, с сыном? Так, вот где она? Что-то мне бы вспомнить. Надо на улицу. А где-то еще в закоулочке в кабинете в каком-то сидит. Это вон там, наверное, да? Так.
It's locked, all right.
Как бы не здесь, как будто бы. Ну, хотя вроде нет, не здесь. Так, ну они точно на первом этаже, это я точно помню.
It's locked, all right.
Где эти ключи, кстати, брать, что вообще ни хрена непонятно. Так, коридоры, два коридора только сюда и сюда. Блин.
I'm sorry you ended up. I understand you must
It's locked.
this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Что это было? Вспышечка какая-то. Там лежит он тут у него.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Надо туда попасть бы как-нибудь. Так он, главное, что залез туда и не выходит.
I cannot enter.
I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Блин, раньше отсюда выходил. Сейчас что-то все не выходит. Кстати, больше отражения, полагаю, утонем, да? Обойдусь об этом. Так, а если поглядеть на карту? Так, это убежище, да? Вот, слежка как раз. Ну, так на этом пятачке. Больше-то походу никак.
It's locked, all right.
Тут все заперто.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Так, ну тебя-то я уже все тебе узнал. Чем вы тут занимаетесь в больнице?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Эй, полетел. Ну, вряд ли там в больнице что-то.
I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very
Так он больше не выходит, главное.
situation. I managed to arrange to have I'm sorry you ended up on my plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
It's locked, all right.
Так с ним не поговорить ничего, потому что, блин, там заперся, не выходит. О, в окошечко посмотреть нельзя? Воу, 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 что это такое? Что это? А, или это укромное место, куда можно водить людишек, типа. А вон, короче, чувак за забором, все. Оу. А может нет? О! Подглядеть.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir?
Он
You
мародерствует.
won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir, and I thank you for your generous donation.
Ах ты мародер. А, вот эта фигня пропала сразу. А тут заперто, да? Не заперто. Мужик, я тебя поймал.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Have you heard of someone blackmailing people in the hospital?
Pardon me, sir, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Это не в деле, потому что...
Tell me the truth about your appointment as a medic during the war, Rakesh.
The regiment administration appointed me by mistake. I had to learn the job on the spot, sir. Very hard, sir, but I rose to the challenge.
You can't impersonate a doctor. You can't improvise a medical education. People could die at your hands.
You're absolutely right, sir. But as a field surgeon, it was more like being a butcher.
Do you believe you have really helped these people?
My ratings were within the averages of the regiment. I saved lives, Dr. Reed. Does that not say enough about triage and war surgery?
Сейчас. Момент.
Do you realize how many soldiers died because of that decision? You should have refused.
Yes, sir. I swear I did, sir. But no one listened. When the first wounded arrived, I had to do what I could.
It is an unbelievable story, Mr. Chidana.
It was a time beyond belief, Dr. Reed. But I'm happy not to deal with the wounded. I prefer caring for the dead now.
Чтобы обирать, да, достиг все.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. What they possessed could be useful for the living. And I'm sure they would agree if they could speak.
Так, а вдруг он мне скидочку даст? Зачем может мне дать скидку? Уважение он вряд ли проявит, да? Потому что если он этим занимается так нормально. Накозлить или пригрозить? Ну-ка, давай попробуем накозлить.
Whatever your motives, you're making money by stealing from the dead. Dr. Swansea should be informed.
No offense, sir. But Dr. Swansea is one of my customers. As I told you, I like to help people.
Он тоже в
And
порядке.
everybody needs help from time to time.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir.
Whatever your motive...
No offense, sir. But Dr. Swansea...
Жопошник.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Ну-ка, ничего у тебя не появилось интересного. Что такое? Ну, я ему тут что продал, у меня история осталась, да?
never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead, seem peaceful and lost at the same time.
Так, а что, 4. Не, ну, конечно, козлина так-то. Блин, где эти двое, блин, что так потерял нахрен. Чё же там за колышки сидели? Во, где-то там. Эй, я же увидел. А, вот они, точно.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Что вы скажете?
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Have you heard rumors of blackmail going on in this
А,
hospital?
кстати, наверняка
Dr.
знает.
Reed, are you trying to take advantage of me?
Of course not, Mrs. Goswick. I'm just curious.
Well, go be curious somewhere else, please.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Ничего так просто не скажет, да?
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Have you heard rumors about blackmail in this hospital?
No?
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Так я же тебе что-то давал, нет?
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reed, but you've done enough already. The rest is up to me now.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Ничего она, походу, не хочет, да, говорить? Значит, надо на ней информацию какую-то искать. Так, вот операция пока висит.
And I thought last summer's epidemic was difficult.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp. The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate? He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Pardon my boldness, your ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
No.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Вот швена.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Who would be so foolish as to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient, or their family.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions.
Ну, типа, дурачком прикинься.
Learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths. due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Excuse my impertinence, your ladyship. This is not an interrogation. I assure you that this line of questioning is in your best interest.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
Harriet Jones, что-то не знаю, такое не встречал.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Ну окей. Будем искать. Что-то.
I think of nothing else, my lady.
My situation is delicate, and it occupies all my thoughts. The blackmail must stop. I need assurance.
Хотя нет, не.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the oldest patient here.
Goodbye, Milton.
А у тебя, кстати, так, он оружием такой, точно.
Still trying to save lives?
С оружием что-то вообще ни хрена не понял.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Как использовать, как стрелять? Да, у него пушка и для пушки всякая хрень. Так, Харри Джонс. А это не... Хотя нет, извините, прессница никакая.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor.
Have you heard of any blackmailing going on within these walls?
I have no time for mortal games. My secrets are beyond their comprehension, Dr. Reed.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturne.
Вот с той стороны, по-моему, что-то подозрительное было. Да, так вот думал. Что дверь была закрыта. Так. Ну-ка, тетенька. Что скажете в свое оправдание?
Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Ну, давай, наверное, успокоиться.
Please calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call.
А, она же любит сплетни.
Those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
If I didn't know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round. Miss Jones, greetings. How do we feel?
Again? Waking a poor old woman in her sleep? There isn't a poor life needs saving somewhere?
Now, I need to ask you a few simple questions.
Well, if you really must.
If you could just tell me why you were admitted.
It's terrible, Doctor. What with a pain in my chest, coughing up blood, and I get awfully tired. Wouldn't be so bad if I hadn't lost my house and all.
I see.
No one comes to visit, you know. Not even my own flesh and blood.
Have you noticed any suspicious comings or goings?
It would be a great deal easier to make a list of things unsuspicious in this house of charlatans.
Come now, Miss Jones. Surely it's not that bad.
Have you no eyes? This hospital accepts all manner of souls, regardless of origin. The proper sick cannot heal. We're kept sickened by the refugees.
Everyone here is very capable. I have not seen any instances of unprofessionalism.
Thieves and murderers, the lot. People have gone missing here, you know. Poof, without a trace.
Там кто-то из репетитора, по-моему, про ночлежку что-то говорила, по-моему. Так, Пипа Хокинс, Дороти Крейн, Двинет, вот это вот Бранаган. Так, а ну-ка, посмотрим-ка. Так. Про Пипу Хокинс известно уже все, да? Так, беспомощный с эпидемией. Хотела уволиться. Ну вот они вместе, они бабло зарабатывают на пациентах с вот этим чувачком. О нем тоже известно все. Значит, не она. Так, потом вот Гвинет Бранаган. А кто еще? Так, талант Гвинт выходит за рамки сестринского дела. Так, а с кем там еще побыть? Пипа Хокинс, Дороти Крейн. Наверное. А кто из них Дороти Крейн? Знакомая какая-то фамилия? А, вот она, вот она. И про нее ничего не известно.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. I feel better already. Can I go soon?
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
My blood and soul.
А я у них уже у всех поспрашивал. Угу, я у них уже спрашивал.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if the nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Так, ну не ты, у тебя вон любовь с чуваком, то есть как бы и все у вас хорошо.
What can you tell me about the strange man?
Let me guess.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Так, а вот у меня получается их двое, да, осталось? О, а может Свонси что не знает? Хотя, конечно, ничего не знает.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
I have met Lady Ashbury.
She's a fascinating woman, wouldn't you agree?
Весьма.
She told me you've been doing all in your power to cure her addiction for blood. Though unsuccessful, it's admirable.
Lady Ashbury is a cherished friend of mine. I would not betray her secrets without her consent. Come to the rescue of a damsel in distress. I ask nothing more.
The matter of Lady Ashbury's blackmailer.
Oh, I know too much about this matter already. I'm confident in trusting the interests and reputation of both the hospital and Our Lady into your able hands.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
Еще бы ты что-нибудь сказал, конечно. Так, я тут видел ход, кстати, он наверх. А, оттуда там нет ничего точно, я же поднимался. Так, осталось 2 штуки. Так, вот одна идет.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett in our situation?
I can't say I approve of what you did. But as a field surgeon, I know that some situations require you to bend the rules.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the epidemic must be our priority. So we can't afford to lose Dr. Tippett.
Нет, ну так-то верно. Ладно, не буду
I've
выдавать
decided
факты.
that I won't reveal Dr. Tippett's, shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippett is a brilliant practitioner. We most
Тем
definitely
более
need his
там вроде
know-how.
I hope
там
you're right.
какой-то
This is a huge
баг был
risk
или
we're
кто-то.
taking.
Dr. Tippett must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you found out.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse.
Странно, конечно, она прям так сказала, как отрезала.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Так, а где посмотреть мои эти посты? Вообще она подозрительная, вот эта тетенька. В очочах. О, старый знакомый. Вот ты где. Че это такое? Че случилось? Ой, что за загрузка?
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Ты на чё намекаешь? О, может тут тусит. Короче, может что-нибудь знать. Сапарова, сейчас нам поспрашивать его.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. It still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Блин. Это еще и гаденок, оказывается.
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reed. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated alright, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you said to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Клавия, можно было его захавать, и ничего плохого не поменялось.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I can say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I can say for most folks.
And who are you?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Хотя в целом... Ну вот, я думаю, что вот такое знакомство мне бы не помешало, наверное, да? То есть черный рынок, опять же, вот это все. И он знает весь город, собственно, как бы, блин. Вот. Только бы не был бы он таким дерзким.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But
Дал ему
Don't
кусочек
play
лекарства.
innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way.
Ну да, мне уже таки знакомство.
That can be exploited.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Так, конечно, он все-таки гаденыш. Так. Кстати. А чего здесь делает эта медсестра? Посмотрим. Так, не, очень нормально как будто, да, все светится. Здоровенько. Ну, я, получается, в начале, но пока что мне нравится. Прям диалоги такие интересные. Дай бери. Во.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
Интрижки?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available.
Ну, цивилизация это тоже хорошо.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Ну-ка. Куда она уплыла? Я думал с ней поговорить. Вот я же говорю, что она замешана, потому что что-то там проскакивала информация, что он с какими-то там бездомным какие-то помогает. Так. Ага. Хватит у меня? Хватит. Что это было? Поскользнулся.
I cannot enter.
Так, ну вообще мне значит, что в ту дверь надо. Так, потому что я куда-то уже совсем туда пошел. А, ну прям. Ну-ка. Вернусь-ка я-ка. О, сундук. Нет. А, или это через канализацию просто... Так, что это было? А, понятно, канализация будет греться. Так, что там? Что-то нажал, что ли, на пульте случайно. Я полагаю, тут, наверное, карты нету, да? То есть... А нет, тут что-то же есть мутирован, да? Это пунктирная хрень. Все равно, походу, надо будет... А, ну все верно. Тут-то заперто. Видимо, будет сделан крюк, и потом с той стороны откроется. Если ж у меня вот крови нет, вот это да, это проблема. Угу. Ну, собственно, я сделал крюк.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
В пути отхода стало открою. Ага. Ах ты, скотина такая. Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй. Хорошо, хоть трошки поднял. А это не там, где я был? Хотя бы нет, мало похоже. Ну да, выходи на открытую местность. Опа. Вот ни хрена не видно. Ну-ка, если так, тоже не видно. Делов-то. Сейчас, секундочку. Иначе. Будешь слишком агрессивно, тебя нахлобучит.
This is despicable.
Так, мне все-таки вот туда куда-то надо, да? Хотя следы вон там. Кровавые. Походу сейчас кто-то вылезет. Не очень хороший. Я так и знал, так и знал. Здравствуйте. Вот это да. Какой-то он брутый. Зрителя, во-первых. Что-то я не больно уверен, что я могу его завалить. Чё? Входа? Нет? А, прям здесь, да? Он как крови нет. Была же. Полная. Ах ты ж, сука.
I have this thirst for blood.
Значит, конечно, могу еще раз попытаться, ну что прям вообще. Так, что у меня вообще есть? Свертывание. Завеса это не поможет, свертывание вполне.
What sort of creature is this?
Сейчас цепану, нет? Да, ты скотина. О, нет. Вот, да, пошли. Не сидел.